Have you done a dress rehearsal for SHTF? Hey guys, it's Jara with Wicked Prepared. Welcome back everyone. And for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, welcome. We are glad to have you. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to be notified of any new content that we release. We just got back from a big camping trip up to South Branch Pond in Baxter State Park. We had a blast. How many of you go camping, enjoy camping? Let us know down in the comments if you love camping and what kind of camping you do. I always think of our camping trips as our grid down SHTF dress rehearsal, but I probably need to provide a little clarification here about the kind of camping that we do. Now, I know for some folks, camping means rolling up in their RV or with their camper, hooking up to an electric and water supply. Maybe there's even Wi-Fi and a pool. And then maybe you sit by the water, sit around the campfire, relax, have some beers, things like that. That's not really what camping looks like for our family. This trip we take every year, we go way out in the middle of nowhere. And this campground we go to, it's about an hour outside of the last cell phone service that we get. About the same distance to the nearest store. There's no big campers allowed there. You do see an occasional pop-up camper that fits within their vehicle restrictions, but it's mostly tents and lean-tos. There's absolutely no electricity or water hookups. There's outhouses and a lake, and that's it. So all of our cooking is done off-grid with our propane camp stoves, in Dutch ovens with charcoal, or right over the open fire. For light, it's flashlights, propane lanterns, or solar lights. If we need any kind of power, it's power banks and solar. If we start to feel like we've been out in the woods a little too long, we've got our little propane-heated battery pump shower. And there really isn't a whole lot of relaxing taking place on these trips. We do a lot of hiking, canoe trips, cliff jumping, things like that. So for us, camping is a great opportunity to use our off-grid survival gear. Make sure it's working properly and that we're comfortable with using it. Test out new gear. On this trip, we tested out several new pieces of gear. Some I've shown you last time and some that I'll be showing you today. Something that I heard a while back really made so much sense to me. It was LDS Prepper who said this, and he had a video on prepping for the Great Reset, I believe. And he had a list and he basically said, prep like you're going camping for a year. That made so much sense to me. Camping really does help prepare you for survival and grid down disasters. And a lot of the gear serves double duty for both, and it can be amassed over time. We started out with a Coleman camp stove and a couple of lanterns that we got for free from my grandparents, and we still use them. Over the years, we've slowly added to it. It's much easier somehow to spend money on supplies if you know they're going to get used. This way, you don't have gear and supplies just sitting around waiting for a disaster or an emergency to be able to use them, because you know how I feel about that. Store what you use and use what you store. You may have heard me talk before about the 3 levels of preps. I'll link a video up above and down in the description where I talk about level 1, 2, and 3 preps and what that means to us. Camping and practicing and using all this off-grid survival gear makes a lot more level 2 preps than level 3, and that's a good thing. So if camping is not something that you already do, give it a try. Even if it's just in your backyard for a night or two with the kids or the grandkids to give your gear a test run and build some memories while you're at it. So with that being said, on to this week's Prepper Pantry Haul. Let's see what we're adding to our preps. All right, so let's just get a quick overview of everything that we got here. All the goodies, there we go. And I'm just going to start over here on this side. I did get another package of the half-gallon mason jars. I've never really used too many of these before, so I hadn't been buying them, but all of a sudden I'm wanting to use them for a whole bunch of things. Like I'm storing different things in them, like I've got dill seed, canning and pickling salt. Mr. Wicked Prepared has been making switchel, so he was making that in one of these jars. So I just got another pack of these. They're not super cheap. It's around $13 or $14 for the 6-pack of them. It's a 6-pack, and so I just pick up one every now and then so that I have plenty to use, but I'm not spending a whole lot all at once. And next I've got some Thrive Life stuff. This is one Thrive Life order that I placed this month. I do have another one on the way, but I had to grab this. They have a brand new product that I was super excited about. I'm always excited about a brand new product. But so first I did get a can of peaches because this was already in the cart, and this is on sale this month. Peaches are one of the items that's on sale, and they're really, really delicious. So I grabbed another can of those. But this is what I am really, really excited about. This was their brand new product. These are complete meals in a bag. And of course, these are going to have the Thrive Life quality. So think like Mountain House, Backpacker's Pantry, Peak Refuel, all those kind of meals. This is a good sized hefty package. I don't know if you can see this. They've released 2 flavors so far. They've got more flavors coming. I'll put something up on the screen and show all the flavors that they do have coming. And actually, this was a supply chain issue with the packaging. The meals are ready to go, and it's actually the packaging that they couldn't get. So crazy things still with the supply chain. But these are 3 serving meals. They're 3 1-cup servings, but they're pretty hefty servings. So a lot of the times the backpacking meals will say, 2 servings, and it's really only about 1 serving, especially if you are backpacking and you've been burning a lot of calories. These are pretty generous, so these would be at least probably 2 servings, although they say 3. But there's a cheesy chicken and rice, and this has chicken and mushrooms, green beans, the rice, the cheese sauce. And this one is a vegetable pasta primavera, and this is a vegetarian option. And people were so excited about these new meals coming out. This is something that people have been asking for, and so I was afraid that they would sell out, so that's why I just went on and just threw some in my cart and checked out as quickly as I could. So I got 3 of each flavor of the two flavors that are available so far. And I will have a video coming up really soon where we'll open these up and we'll prepare them and taste test them for you guys. But these are just really great because they do have a 20-year shelf life, and we just know that they have Thrive Life's kind of quality ingredients. They didn't put together a dish and then freeze dry it. What they did is they freeze dried each individual ingredient. This has the chicken, the vegetables, and the sauce are all freeze dried separately and put together into the pouch. And so this is going to come together as a really delicious, fresh tasting meal and not, a soggy, pre-made meal. But the cheesy chicken has white rice, white chicken meat, green beans, mushrooms, and cheese sauce. And then the primavera has the pasta noodles, and it says vegetables. Let's see what they are. So it's got the sauce, and then the vegetables are asparagus, zucchini, cauliflower, and kale. So anyways, that is the latest offering from Thrive Life, and I was really excited to try those. I do like to put together my own meals a lot of the time. You've seen me do meals in a jar, and you can do those in a Mylar pouch, just like these, and make it into a meal that you could take backpacking or throw in your car or your bug out bag. But sometimes that takes time, that takes effort, it takes compiling a lot of ingredients. So sometimes it is nice to have a pre-made option. And I know there are people out there who really like the pre-made option because they don't like to cook, or they don't have the time to cook or put things together, or they don't feel like they could do that. So it's really nice to have this option from Thrive Life. So we did just get word that Thrive Life is going to do their big annual back to school sale this year. Typically they do 3 big sales every year. They do Black Friday, and then they have a big spring sale, and then they have a back to school sale. But lately, with the way that things are with all the craziness in the world, we just don't take anything for granted. But they did just announce that they will do the back to school sale, and we did just get the flyer just today. So that's pretty exciting. They've got discounts up to 50%. The sale starts the 26th for everyone. It's 25th is early access for consultants, because they do give consultants early access to all of the big sales. And I have seen things sell out sometimes on consultant early access day, which I think is really unfortunate. But if it's something that you've ever thought about becoming a consultant, it's really great just to get your own discount, your own commission, and then you can also earn free food and an income. So if it's something you've ever thought about, this would be a great time to sign up for that, because you can get early access to the sale. But definitely mark your calendars for this sale. What you can do is you can go on the website right now, wickedprepared.thrivelife.com, and register for a customer account, and then you'll get an email. I will send you an email as soon as the sale starts if you want to go check it out. I hesitate because I know these sales can be really crazy in the beginning. If anybody shopped the Black Friday sale, you remember everybody crashed the site because there were so many people trying to shop the sale in the beginning. So I hesitate to tell everyone to run right on and shop, but at the same time, some things do sell out. The best deals, the most desirable items sometimes do sell out pretty quickly. So it's one of those things. If you want to make sure that you get what you want to try to shop early. If the site crashes, just be patient. They usually get it back up and running pretty quickly. But they've got discounts up to 50%. The instant milk is 50% off. That milk is delicious. This is not your typical powdered milk. Now, I did order a case of this the last time that it was on sale for 50% off, so I think I'm going to be all set on that. But they've got cucumbers. The confetti cake bites is something they don't offer all the time, just special deals like this. They're just like a little treat dessert type of deal. Applesauce is a limited time item. That's really good to have. Shredded Parmesan cheese, that's one that they're not going to be carrying full time anymore, so this is the only time to get it. It's a limited time. The shrimp, this is on sale, and I also just found out that they are going to be discontinuing it. They said at least for the time being. So I have a feeling it's either prices or supply chain or just something going on. They're focusing on their most popular items to make sure that they always have things in stock that people want, which is most of the meats. And so I'm thinking shrimp was not a huge seller, but I love the shrimp. I've got a video where I made a couple of dishes with the shrimp. I will link that for you to take a look at. The shrimp is delicious, so I'm definitely going to be stocking up on that while it's on sale because it's going to be gone, at least for a while. The Greek style yogurt bites is something that's just coming back for a limited time. And the sweetened cranberries, this is something they have not had as long as I've been a consultant. So I'm super excited about this. With fall coming up, these are going to be great. They're great to put in the chicken salad. They're great for all sorts of fall dishes. They will be really good to powder and use the powder as a flavoring. I'm very excited to get the cranberries. Beef slices, that's another thing that they used to have, the sliced beef, and they haven't had it for quite a while. I'm not sure why they brought this back in just the smaller can, but lately they've only had the shredded beef, the ground beef, and the beef dices. So I am very excited to get some beef slices because I think that would be really great in stuff like stroganoff. And then of course they do have the shelving organizers all on sale. Unfortunately, I did notice they just raised the price up on all of these units, which is to be expected. Obviously, prices are going up on everything. Materials are going up. Inflation, just everything is going up in price. So the prices have gone up on these. So getting them on sale, you're basically going to get them for what the price used to be, regular price. So if you want any of these organizers, this would be the time to get them. I have a couple of these and I have a whole bunch of these. And I do want to get more, so I'll probably grab some while they're on sale if I can. The Pantry and the Pantry Plus are basically the same depth. They're really just, this one is an extra half of the width of this one. So they're interchangeable, and if I did the math correctly, I think this one is actually a better deal for what you get because you're basically getting 2 sections on this one and 3 sections on this one. So if you do the math, I would buy several of these over buying these. And so that's what I'm probably going to do. If you've seen my unit that I'm working on in my closet, I just showed that recently. I'll definitely be giving you a tour of that when I get it all together and all set up, but I am working on that. So I'll probably be grabbing some more of these while they're on sale. And then of course, still all of the regular August specials are still on sale for the month of August. And of course, the new meals will be available during the sale as well. So definitely hit up the website, register for a customer account. You'll get an email when the sale starts. Check out the customer referral program while you're there, because if you have anyone else that you know that might like to shop the sale, if you send your referral link, you can earn free food and discount coupons. And of course, the other way to do that is becoming a consultant. This is a great time to do that. We do get free food now in addition to commissions, and it's really just a great, great program. They treat their consultants really well. So the next thing we got is we got 2 of these here, 2 units. These are GMRS radios, and we tried these out on our camping trip, and they worked really, really well. We were really, really pleased with how they worked. We went a distance apart on the trails and tried them out, and then we went through the campground from one end of the campground to the other to try them out. Because if you remember where we went camping, there's no cell phone service, so there's no way to contact each other if you're not right together. So these were a great option. The GMRS is a step up from, you know, your regular walkie-talkies, FRS radios, but it's not quite all the way up to a ham radio. You do need a license to operate these, but you don't have to take a test and study. You literally just apply for the license. You pay for it. It used to be $70. It's recently gone down to $35, and then you have the license for 10 years. And these can use repeaters, so they have a longer range than your typical walkie-talkie. And so these are pretty great. We're going to do a little bit more testing of these just around town here, and then we'll probably do a review on these, and I think we're going to be adding a few more of these to our collection as well. But we got 2 to start with so that we could test them out. They do have the NOAA weather band stations and all of that, so you can use these to check emergency weather stations in the case of an emergency. So these are really a great thing to have in case of an emergency. If your cell phones go down, these are a great thing to have. So then I got a few of these sardines in Louisiana hot sauce. This is something that we take on hikes. We like to have these on hikes. Actually, most of my family, like my dad, my sisters, all like these. In my family, it's just my son and myself who like them. Nobody else cares for these, but we take them on hikes. We have bread and cheese and things like that. And since we just went camping and went on some hikes, we did use some of these from our stock, so I bought some more to replace them. Sardines are actually really healthy. If you like them, if you can stomach them, like they're good. You can get them in hot sauce, mustard sauce, different things like that. They're a good thing to keep on hand. They're a good snack My son has these in his bug out bag. There's something he really associates with hiking. So we got 3 of those. And then I got 6 of these, and these were marked at $1.98 at Walmart. And that's, I don't know if it's a rollback or what, but the price on the Walmart luncheon meat, which is basically, this is just like Spam. It's Walmart's version of Spam. We just did a poll on our channel actually about Spam, love it or hate it. So if you didn't see that, go to our community tab and weigh in on that. I actually don't know if I've even ever tasted Spam. I think I have, but really I always buy the Walmart brand or the Treat. And I do like these. I like these. They're salty. I like them sliced up and fried up. This is the bacon flavored. And when I saw that it was $1.98, that's definitely either a rollback or I'm not sure what's going on because their price had gone up above $2 per package. But I thought that the bacon flavor would be a great option to have because it would be really good in like a breakfast, shelf-stable breakfast, like emergency meal. I know you can can bacon. I have not canned bacon yet, but I think this is just an easier way to kind of have that bacon flavor. So I grabbed 6 of those. And then this was also Walmart. These pastaronis. This is, I got 8 of this jalapeno cheddar and 4 of the chicken. These were in the clearance aisle. These are kind of good to have around. They do require milk and butter, but you can actually make it without those and they'll be okay, especially the butter. But you could use canned butter or ghee if you had it. You could just throw a little bit of oil in. And we have plenty of shelf-stable milk. We have our instant milk powder. We have shelf-stable cartons. So these are a great option to have. They'll make a quick side dish you can put together. A lot of those emergency meal packs that you buy from those companies that charge a whole bunch of money is a lot of stuff like this inside of it. So really, this is a great thing to have. And if you open up a can of chicken or even dice up, a can of the Spam or anything like that and add it to this, you're going to have more of a complete meal. You could throw in a can of veggies, but they're just great to have on hand. And these were on clearance. This one was, I think, 84 cents and 92 cents. And that's a good price for these now, especially for the actual brand name. And then over here was a few more clearance deals. I found these 2 little cans of soda. These, I grabbed this row here. I got at Save-A-Lot. These I just grabbed because this is like a lemon lime soda. And we sometimes will do a campfire dessert when we're camping in the Dutch oven, where we do a dump cake and I just dump a can of pie filling in the bottom of my Dutch oven and then I mix up a box of cake mix with 1 can of lemon lime soda and just pour that over the top of the pie filling and just cook it in the Dutch oven until it's done, and it makes a really delicious dump cake. And you can do all sorts of different flavor combinations. I think this time I brought cherry pie filling and a chocolate cake. But you can do strawberry pie filling with lemon cake. You can do peaches. We've just done canned peaches, not even the pie filling, with a white cake or a vanilla cake. Really, really delicious. So I just grabbed these because they were on clearance and we were getting ready to go camping, so I knew I could use them for a dump cake. The kids will probably drink those, or I might keep them around for another dump cake. But I got a bunch of these packets of the Maggie's bouillon cubes because these were 50 cents, which is a good deal. And I used these when I made pickles. I know I talked about it in my last video. And that's like a spicy, I don't know what you would call it, maybe a condiment, but I really, really love it. I love it on hot dogs and things like that. And since we were going camping, I made some up to bring. And so I grabbed a bunch of these, and if they have any more when I go back, I'm going to grab some more because that was a good deal for these. And that's the only thing I'm going to plan on using it for. And then I got these tuna cheesy pasta. So this is basically like their store brand of like a hamburger helper or a tuna helper. And these were marked $1.19 and they had 50 cents off stickers on them. And I'm sure that they're going to be expiring soon, or they already are expired. But that's okay because they'll stay good for a lot longer than what the expiration date says. And you could throw in a can of tuna into these and have a meal. If you don't like tuna, you could use a can of chicken. Once again, you could dice up some of the Spam. You could do a lot of different things with these. Even if you didn't have any kind of meat, just mix them up like that and they'll be just like these pasta boxes. You can use it as a side dish. So I thought for that price, I would grab these because that's a really quick meal. It's like the other ones. It does require some milk and some butter besides the protein. But you could do without those, or you can use shelf stable. So next I've got some things that I picked up from Amazon. Now these are really cool. This was a pack of 2. There's 1 of them left in here. I got these for our syrup because It's like a little lid that fits on the mason jar, and it has a spout that closes really tightly, and it has a handle, and they're really sturdy. Because when we made our syrup this year, we put it into mason jars as we were making it, and it's kind of hard to pour out of the mason jars. We were going camping, and I was going to bring just one of the whole mason jars of syrup with us, so I figured I'd grab one of these. It has a nice gasket so that it has a tight seal, so it's not going to leak. And this little flippy part also closes really tightly. So we didn't have any problems with it leaking. This is the wide mouth version, and they also had the regular mouth version. So I'm probably going to get some of those too, because number one, we did put our syrup in both types of jars. We made a lot of syrup. I think we got almost 6 gallons this year. But so it's in lots of different sizes of jars. So I'll have both sizes of spouts, but also I can think of so many other things that we can use these for. Like I can put, my creamer for my coffee. Sometimes I buy a whole milk. Now that the half and half has gotten so expensive, I'll buy a whole milk and I'll pour it into a smaller container and put it in the mini fridge by the coffee bar. So I can do that in a mason jar and have these lids. Like I said, Mr. Wicked Prepared has been making switchel and putting it in mason jars. So these would be a great handle and pouring spout for those. It was a set of 2, red and blue. We've got one on our syrup. And so I am going to probably even get more of those because I was really pleased with the quality of those. And some more Amazon items. This, I got one of these last time. You probably saw. I got another one this time. They're just these trauma pads. It's a 2-pack of trauma pads. These 3 things here on Amazon Subscribe and Save. It's a really great way to get discounts on Amazon, but you need to have 5 items to get the highest level of discount, which is usually 15%, which is a good discount. But you need to have 5 items in each delivery, which I usually don't have any problem with. But sometimes if I need a few extra items, I have these really inexpensive items that I can use more and more of. Can never have enough. These trauma pads are just a few bucks. This is a little refill of first aid burn cream. It's burn cream in little individual packets, which is great for some of our first aid kits. And it's just like 12, or I can't remember how many are in here, but it's a very small pack, so it's very inexpensive, just a couple of bucks. And the mouse traps are the same. These mouse traps are really cheap. This pack's probably like $1 or $2. And I consider these a disposable item because once there's a dead mouse on it, I'm done with it. So I'll pick up little things like these to make sure that my Subscribe and Save has 5 items in every pack so that I get the full discount. And with the mouse traps, I will say, even if you don't have a problem with mice, go ahead and set a couple of mouse traps. I use peanut butter on my mouse traps. Go ahead and set a couple of mouse traps in your food storage area and anywhere that you would be worried about mice, because even if you don't have them, if you have the trap set, then should one happen to get in and sneak in, you'll know it because it'll get caught. Otherwise, it could become a problem before you even realize it because they're sneaky. Mr. Wicked Prepared has his area set up in the basement where he starts his seedlings every year for the garden, and he was worried about mice getting to his seedlings, so he set some mouse traps around his seedlings. And this was probably a year and a half ago, at least, and he never caught a mouse until just a few months ago. He finally caught 1 mouse, so that mouse didn't even stand a chance because the trap got him before he could get in and do anything. And then we just set another one. We haven't had another mouse since, but keep the trap set and then you'll know if they get in and they'll be taken care of before they can become a problem. So a few more Amazon items. This is just a big container of turmeric. Turmeric is really good for you health-wise, and it's also, I used it in my zucchini relish when I made it the other day. Sometimes it goes into different pickle recipes. So I thought I would grab this big jar. This was a pretty good deal. Probably the best deal. This is a pound of turmeric, and you also can use this as an anti-inflammatory. It's really good for you. If I feel like I'm getting sick, I always have homemade like chicken bone broth or turkey bone broth that I have. And if I feel like I'm getting sick, I will pour a cup of that bone broth and I'll put in some turmeric, some sea salt, some black pepper, and drink that. And it helps every time. I never really fully develop into sickness usually when I do that. But so turmeric is a great thing to have. And this is a huge container. I won't need any more for quite a while. And I'm actually wasn't even out of it. I have some still in my cupboards. So that's what being prepared is all about. You don't run out because you buy it in advance. This is just a pack of little sort of travel hairbrushes. You just open it up. It has a mirror on it. This serves as the handle once it's open. And then you just pop the little thing out and it has the bristles. And then you can just pop it back in and close it up. Now I bought these for my daughter's like back to school preparedness kits that I'm putting together. So sometimes they have these at Dollar Tree, and I think I did find them at our Dollar Tree, but I liked the looks of these better, and they weren't much more than $1 a piece buying them in this bulk pack. And this way, if we lose them, we'll have some more. I actually have a plan, something I'm going to try with these. If I'll let you know if it works out. Then I did grab 1 can of Keystone shredded beef. Now, I try to get these whenever I can. I haven't gotten a Keystone can of meat in quite a while because they've been difficult to find. I just noticed this one is actually a little bit dented up here, so I might have to contact them. But the Keystone meats are really good. This is a really big can. This is a 28-ounce can. It says it's 14 servings. The regular price on these, it's hard to find these for the regular price because what you'll find is scalpers basically who sell them for ridiculous prices. It used to be $7 or $8 was the regular price that I would get a can of Keystone meats for. Now this one was around $10, and I do think that's probably the regular price now because prices are rising on everything, especially meats. So I grabbed 1 of these. I like to have these in the cupboard. They're good for certain meals and stuff like that. So anytime I see them for regular price, I'll try to grab a can or 2. I got some more of these Thai rice noodles. You see there's another one back there. So I've got 2 of these thin rice noodles and 1 of the thicker stir-fry rice noodles. Now these were what I needed for my recipe and I couldn't find them. So I ended up using this and it worked really good. I made an egg roll casserole. It was really tasty and we liked it. But these are really going to, the thinner ones really are only going to have to sit in hot water for like a few minutes and they'll be cooked. So these can be really great for preparedness or for meals in a jar or for really quick emergency meals, things like that. So I did get a couple of these on my subscribe and save, and then 1 of these because I did get another one of these I think last time. And I think these are actually also gluten-free because they're made with rice. So if you're gluten-free, this could be a good thing to choose. I would double check on that. But I'm pretty sure they're gluten-free. And this is just a case of the Hormel white chicken chili. I heard that this was really good. Now, we do make a cream cheese chicken chili here at the house that we really like a lot. I heard this was good. I thought it would be a good option to try out. We'll give it a try. It was a pretty good price buying it in a case like this, and we will try it and see how we like it. And if we like it, we might add some more. It's nice to have some meals that are already ready to go. You don't have to do anything to that. You don't have to add anything to it. You really technically don't even have to heat it up if you are unable to. You can eat it straight out of the can. I'm sure it tastes better if it's heated up, but it's edible straight out of the can. And it's great to have an assortment of things like that in your prepper pantry. Now, these are just a few different sauces and condiment kind of things. This Buffalo Wild Wings Parmesan garlic, this is just for her recipe that I saw, a crock pot chicken recipe I wanted to try. So I grabbed it, and if we like it, if we like the recipe, we will buy more of these. I got a couple of steak sauces. I knew we were going to take steak sauce on our camping trip because we were bringing steak, and I wanted to try a couple of these cheaper brands. This is from Dollar Tree, and this is from Wal-Mart. But as it turns out, I had steak sauce already, and we didn't even need these, and we don't use a lot of steak sauce, so this will probably be like almost a lifetime supply for us. But condiments and seasonings are really important to have in your prepper pantry to make your foods more palatable and to make sure that you don't get food fatigue. So this jar of sliced salad olives, I have an egg salad that I make that my mother used to make, and it's egg salad with cream cheese and olives. There's no mayonnaise in it. It's just the eggs, the cream cheese, and the olives. I use 6 eggs to 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese, soften the cream cheese, chop up the eggs, mix it, and mix in a bunch of these olives. I always make that when we go camping or hiking because I remember I mostly associate it from my childhood with hikes. My mom would make it when we would go on hikes. So I made a big batch of that, a double batch when we went camping. So I had to buy some more of these sliced salad olives to replace what I used out of the pantry. I'll probably end up buying some more of these soon because sometimes I have a harder time finding these. These had to be shipped to me. They didn't have them in my Walmart, so they'll last for a really long time in the pantry. I don't know what the expiration date is, but I wouldn't even worry about it on an item like that. So something like that, stock up on as much as you can while you can find it. And then I got 3 bottles of lemon juice. Now this was supposed to be the Great Value, but I got lucky. They were out of the Great Value and they substituted this in my grocery order. So I got the name brand. I use these for a bunch of different things, dressings. There's a salad that I make that uses this. I can't remember what I used it for that I used up a bottle. So I bought 3 more bottles to have in the pantry. And then we did get a couple of shortenings. This is probably not the most healthy fat. I'm sure I'm going to have people telling me about how unhealthy this is, and I know that it is, but we don't use this very often. This one actually contains lard and tallow, I think, which is probably a lot healthier than the one that's all vegetable oils. I think the vegetable one is a little cheaper. I used a container of shortening when we went camping because we make sugar donuts. It's one of my kids' most requested things we do when we're camping. You just take biscuits, canned biscuits, refrigerated biscuit dough from the grocery store, open it up, shape the biscuits into a donut shape, and fry it in the hot oil. And I use the shortening when we're camping. I just put it in my Dutch oven. I've done it over the campfire, and I've done it on our propane stove. And we fry them until they're done and then roll them in sugar, and they're delicious, like very delicious, and the kids love them. So I did use some shortening from the pantry, so I bought some more because you can do other things with this as well. I mean, this can be like a skin protectant. You can also use these for candles and fire starters and things like that. So shortening is a good all-purpose thing to have in your pantry, especially if you don't have pigs or something where you can create lard on your own if you couldn't buy it. And next we got some more snack items. Now these are things, I've got granola bars and I've got some crackers back there. These are things that you can't really stock up on a whole lot of. These are the only types of things that we've ever had issues with them getting stale, going rancid if I've bought too many. These are good for about 6 months, so I try not to buy much more than 6 months worth, but we've been going through these pretty quickly lately. So I got 2 boxes of these cashew sweet and salty, and I got a box of the peanut. If you remember, not long ago I got a couple boxes of the almond, but I keep forgetting that my middle daughter can't eat the almonds. It bothers her. I think she's a little bit allergic to them. So I grabbed some that she can eat because she really likes these bars and she can't eat the almond ones. This was the cheapest price Walmart brand. I checked the prices between the name brand and the store brands, the warehouse clubs everywhere. And this was the best price. These are a really good price. These are good bars. They're also good for bug out bags. They have a lot of nuts in them, so I'm pretty sure that they've got quite a bit of calories. They're pretty calorically dense. And they've got some protein as well. So they're not a bad snack to have when it comes to snacks. And then back there, I've just got one of the giant tubs of goldfish. When these get rolled back or priced down to below $7, I think they're below $7 right now, that makes them a pretty good deal in those big packs. Now, it's hard to store crackers for a very long time. They tend to get rancid. I have had crackers get rancid when I've bought, a whole bunch of them. When I got a really good deal on them, I think I got them for free, actually. So I ended up with a whole bunch of them, and then I stopped eating carbs. So we ate less crackers. So we did have some crackers go rancid and we had to feed them to the birds. But I have heard of people having luck with storing their crackers in mason jars, either with oxygen absorbers or using the food saver to take the air and seal the mason jar. I haven't bothered with that. To me, it's not really worth the time and effort and the bulk of the mason jars to store the small amount of crackers that you could store in a mason jar. But I do think with something like the goldfish crackers, the smaller crackers, they would use that space better and you could store more crackers in a mason jar. But we usually just buy, no more than a 6-month supply at a time. I mean, these crackers won't last us this long, but we have other crackers in the pantry and we're rotating these to the back and eating through the ones that we have. But it is important to have snacky foods and comfort foods and things that your kids enjoy, because when there is an emergency, that's one thing I hear people say over and over and over again. When they've lived through something, they wish they had more snack foods. Now, one more thing I've got here. You've seen these before, these little bags. These are little gift bags that Walmart delivery gives every so often. I get these. And this has some cool stuff in it. You get the little bag, number one. This has a sample of Finish Jet Dry, some Ritz cheese crackers, some little chocolate chip cookies. These are going to be great for packing kids' lunches and snacks now that school's about to start up. One of these Go-Go Squeeze came in here. And I'm always excited to get these. I get these a lot in here. These are the Liquid IV hydration multiplier packets. And these are expensive. When you buy these at the store, they're very expensive. So I'm always happy to get a free one that I can stick somewhere. So like I have said many times before, anything you can get for free is going to help you out with prepping, because it's going to free up some money that you can use somewhere else. So I love using the Walmart pickup because they do give these gifts every so often. It's different every time. You get the free bag, you get the free gifts. Sometimes I've even gotten a 10% off coupon in there. I haven't gotten one of those for a while, but those are really great to get. If you've never tried the Walmart order pickup, I do have a link down in the description that you can get, I think, a certain amount of money off your first time. So go ahead and look for that. I love the delivery. I love getting the free gifts. It's convenient. It's quick. I do like to go in the store still. There's certain things I don't like them to pick out for me, like produce. I usually would rather pick my own. I had a head of lettuce that I got in my pickup order, and I just had to laugh when I saw it. It was the smallest, most wilted, teeniest little head of lettuce I had ever seen. It was like a joke. And I don't think that they deliberately picked out the worst head of lettuce for me. I just think that probably that was the best they had to pick from. But if I had been there picking myself, I just would have bypassed the lettuce, or I would have picked a different type of lettuce or something. So produce, I like to pick out on my own. You can't get clearance deals. You won't find the clearance deals if you don't go in the store. And the markdowns, the yellow stickers I look for in the meats and the produce and things like that. So I do like to go in the store. Oftentimes I'll go get my pickup order, park, and then go in the store if I don't have anything frozen or cold. Or I'll do it in reverse. I'll go in the store, then I'll go pick up my order and go home. But the pickup order has saved me a lot of times that I didn't want to go in the store for whatever reason, or I didn't have time. It's been a wonderful, wonderful thing. And then these are some things I got from Dollar Tree. This one I was supposed to bring camping with us, and it got forgotten. But we always bring pepperoni, those long pepperoni logs, on the hikes with us, and they're really expensive. So I saw this at Dollar Tree for $1.25. It's smaller than the pepperoni log, but I wanted to try it and see how it was. It's got a shelf life of basically at least about 6 months, so I think this would be a great option to throw into a bug out bag or anything like that. It's kind of softer than the pepperoni, so it's easier to slice. It's going to give you some protein and some fat and some calories. And it's shelf stable in this package for a good 6 months. I'm sure it's going to last longer. Then these are just really teeny little tubes of sunscreen. We have a ton of sunscreen, and I also have my sunscreen packets, the individual packets. And I love to have those just tucked in lots of different places because I can have them places that I couldn't have a whole tube and make sure that I'm never caught without it. But these tubes I wanted to have for my kids, for their little preparedness kits, their little backpacks, whatever, because it's bigger than the packet, so they'll always have sunscreen, and this would be enough to do their whole body, but it's small enough that I can tuck it anywhere and we'll have it with us. And then I grabbed a couple of these packs of the toothpicks, the little interdental picks, whatever they are, but I got these kind of for the picks, but kind of for the case. I love this little, I'm always looking for things that come in little cases that you could use for something else, or you could keep a few toothpicks and then something else in here, or just use the case for something else. But these are great to have in your car, in any of your little bags, purses, EDC kits, to make sure that you have clean teeth. Couple of mini setting sprays. This is Dollar Tree also. I thought these were super cute to include in the girls' like back to school preparedness little bags that I'm putting together for them. This is just one of the tin or metal pencil cases that they have at Dollar Tree. They have these all the time, different patterns. This is super cute. I have a bunch of these. Sometimes I'll use these to put like plastic fork, knife, a spoon, you know, a few of those, maybe a short straw, things like that. Maybe a few packets of, you know, any condiment that my kids might like to have, and keep this in their bags or in the car in case you get some takeout food or, you know, fast food on the road and they don't include something that you need. You have it right with you. And then these dental bones, when they have these at Dollar Tree, I try to buy a bunch of these. You know, we have 5 dogs, and you got to prep for your dogs as well. You got to make sure they have what they need. These keep their teeth a little bit healthier, I guess. These keep their teeth a little bit healthier. The veterinarian told me I should give them these dental bones like once a day, and they're not cheap if you buy them anywhere else. And so I try to grab them whenever I can at Dollar Tree. I try to keep a cabinet full of them. Now these are some more non-food items. Now these are all Scentsy items, and I actually got these for free. I earned these for free. Like I've said, anything you can get for free, if you can either add it to your preps or if you can use it in your everyday life and save some money that you can put towards more preps. Anything you can get for free. I earned these for free. This is a hand soap, which is definitely a good hygiene item to have. This one is watermelon tangerine. I haven't tried that one yet, but I opened this one. I got this one for free also when I opened this up to try it. It was called Jeweled Pomegranate. And when I used it, it really reminded me of Christmas. For some reason, it smelled like Christmas to me. So I'm going to put this away and bring it back out at Christmas time, because you know how I am with smells. And then besides that, this is a body wash. This is also the Jeweled Pomegranate. So I'm thinking I'll just put this up in our stash with all of our body washes, but I'll probably try to take this out at Christmas time. And then another counter cleaning spray. I've been using the one that I got before. If you saw a couple of hauls ago, I got my first counter cleaner to try. This is called Make a Splash. I haven't smelled this one yet, but the one that I have smells amazing. And I just learned that these actually have something in them that kind of makes your counter a little bit more non-stick, so that it should be easier to clean up the messes in the future. I kind of noticed that it seemed like it was doing something like that, and then I read about it and I found out that it is supposed to do that. So I was excited to get this one also for free. And then this last item I got is a Freshen Up dog deodorizing spray. Like I said, 5 dogs. Enough said. I will definitely use this. And then back here, this is just one more thing from Dollar Tree I forgot about. These are so cute. They're supposed to be snack containers. They unscrew on both ends, and you can put a snack in here and a snack in here and some kind of dip in here. But I actually have seen them used for organizing different types of things. Like I put a little mini first aid kit in one of these. That's really cute. And I thought about possibly putting some school sort of supplies in for my daughters in one of these. I didn't want to use them for snacks because it doesn't say that it's dishwasher safe. I think it says hand wash only, or not recommended. Not recommended for use in dishwasher or microwave. But I did a test. I bought a whole bunch of these. I have like a whole box full of these because I think they're so cool. And so I did run one through the dishwasher. I figured the most I had to lose was $1 because this was back when Dollar Tree was still $1. And it came out of the dishwasher fine. So I don't know how long it would stand up to the dishwasher, but it did go through all the parts, including the little dip cup. So I was happy to see that. So I saw this one. They come out with them every so often in the different colors that they have that season. So I grabbed one of these peach ones. And then I've got a whole bunch of cotton swabs there. I've got 2,000 cotton swabs. We go through them not super fast, but we do go through them. And it's one of those things that I definitely don't ever want to be without. Like I like to clean my ears out every time I get out of the shower. And I also use them around my eyes when I'm doing my makeup. So it's definitely something that I try to keep a lot on hand because I don't ever want to run out. And then these clarifying shampoos, this Swab clarifying shampoo, these are cheap and they work really well for a clarifying shampoo. They'll take a lot of the gunk and buildup out of your hair. But if you think about it, if you are in an SHTF type of situation or some kind of an emergency when you're not getting to wash as often as you maybe typically would, and you're going to want to be able to strip things out of your hair, that's going to be really good clarifying shampoo. So I like to keep a lot of that on hand. Also, if you were to have to wash any kind of nuclear radiation out of your hair and your body, you want something that's not moisturizing. Like you don't want to use conditioners or any moisturizing conditioning shampoos or soaps, because that's going to bind that into your skin rather than washing it off. And so these would be really great to use in a situation like that as well if you were decontaminating. And then I did get another pack of Mr. Wicked Prepared's deodorant. Most of us aren't really very picky about what we use for deodorant, but he has to use a specific one or else he gets irritated. So I definitely don't want to run out of that. We have a ton of just different random female deodorants that we have all around and different ones that my son can use, but I want to make sure we have plenty of these, so I buy a 2-pack of these every once in a while. And then the final thing back here in the corner is a bunch of these female products, tampons. It's mostly the Equate brand of the regular absorbency, and then one box of the Tampax in the light absorbency, because the Wal-Mart brand was all out of stock in the light absorbency. Now we have a ton of feminine products like this upstairs, but quite a while ago, my daughters were helping me clean or organize the bathroom, and they ended up opening up a whole bunch of boxes of feminine products and putting them all in baskets and making them look nice. I guess they thought they were helping. It didn't really make me very happy the way that they did that, but I guess when you're accepting help, you need to take it the way that they give it. We still have so many of them in these baskets. We've been using them out of the baskets, and we have a ton of them left, but I just have been realizing we don't have that many of the lighter absorbencies. And so I did pick up a bunch of these to add back into our stash, and I'll probably keep buying these every now and again and looking for deals so we can add to that supply. All right, guys, so that is what we have added to our preps this week. Now, definitely weigh in down in the comments. Let me know how you feel about Spam. or go over to our community tab and weigh in on our poll. And let me know about camping. Do you camp? What kind of camping do you do? Where do you camp? All that kind of jazz. What is your favorite camping gear and things that you would use in an emergency? Don't forget to keep an eye out for the Thrive Life sale starting on the 26th. Go to the website and register for an account so that you can get notified of the sale and all the other good deals that they have. And you'll be able to take advantage of the Refer a Friend program and earn yourself some free credit to buy the absolute best freeze-dried food. Most of the cans have a shelf life of 25 years. The meals that I showed you have a shelf life of 20 years. It's really awesome stuff for your preparedness. So don't miss out on that. And as usual, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future uploads. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, leave me a tent emoji down in the comments. I'm Jara with Wicked Prepared. Survive today, thrive tomorrow. We'll see you next time.